to the channel. Today is the 27th of May, a little bit cooler, a nice warm spell, but temperatures have dropped. Pond is now sat at about 17 degrees, where it did go up to about 22 degrees in that bit of a heat wave. I've been away on holiday for a few days and I've come back to a little delivery from Ecofiltration. Finally got the bottom drain. So our plan today is get all the pipework glued in and we'll get the bottom drain put in. I was going to fit just solid piping and get rid of the flexi pipe, but it's a lot of work and it doesn't really sort of fit me in any way. I'm going to have to put the pump in and install it inside the pond rather than outside, because it won't work as well outside the pond. But I'm not really too fussed. I can hide it up in the corner out the way and have the drain in the centre of the pond. So I'm going to run a bit of solid pipe straight to the pump from the bottom drain, and then where I've got the flexi hose going out into the filter house, I'm just going to leave that on and connect it to the pump. Makes no sense in messing about and when things are working. Last thing I want is to start putting in solid piping and getting leaks and everything. So that's how we're going to do it. If anything changes later on, I can always put solid pipes on if I need to later on at some point, but that's how we're going to do it for now, just to get it up and running. And I've got just about enough pipe work and fittings to get it all on, and hopefully it should be fitted today. So I'll show you what we're doing, and yeah, got the waders out just in case I need to get in, which I probably will, and we'll see where we are then. Okay, so straight out the box you get the actual filter head itself. This one is the aerated model. It's already got the stones inside, so it's quite heavy, so there's no issues with it floating. And you get a few fittings depending on how you're going to fit yours, whether it's 2 inch, 1.5 inch. There's different fittings that come with it. I've purchased there's a little kit that comes with it, just so that you can keep the pipework along the ground, and I've purchased that. I could have bought my own, but this one comes with a little hole in the top, which just provides a little bit of air, stops the filter from getting, stops the pump from getting air blockages, etc. So I'm going to fit that on there. I'm going to get some glue on it, and here's the other bit of the kit. That fits in there like so, and that runs along the pond deck. I am going to reduce it down to 1.5 inch, because everything on my system is 1.5 inch pretty much. So we'll reduce it down to 1.5 inch and get some glue on, get it all up and running. Got the air hose with it, that comes with it as well, so I'll get that plumbed in. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see if it makes a difference. Everyone's saying it does, but I'm just a little bit dubious, given the fact that I only run my pump at 40%. I'm thinking to get the best out of this, you really need the full suction of the pump, but I just don't think it's going to do well. It can't be any worse than what I had, to be honest with you, so we'll see how we go. Right folks, that's it all glued in place, and as you can see I've got the reducer there down to 1.5 inch, and that will go into the pump, and the other end of the pump will just be the flexi hose straight to the easy pod. So hopefully that won't cause me any issues, and we'll get the air line underneath the pipe, get some zip ties, get it all nice and neat, and make sure there's no sharp edges anywhere for the fish to catch themselves. There's a bit of burr on the end of here which you need to sort of get rid of as well, just to make sure there's no sharp edges anywhere for the fish to flash and hurt themselves. So that's it folks, just get it installed on the pump and see how it goes in the water. There you have it folks, air lines all zip tied on, rubbed all the edges down to make sure we've got no sharp edges. And we've got the coupling there onto the pump, which I've took out already, and I've just cut the flexible pipe down. Just got to put the clip back on and take out the air stone, and hopefully it should be working. I'm going to get in the pond, get the waders on, get in the pond and get it sorted. That's it, it is all plumbed in. I've got to say it looks much tidier. You can see the aeration coming through the middle there, no pipe going through the middle of the water. Looks much tidier. I haven't really done a pucker job. Could have really done the solid pipe work, but to do all that and get it into the filter house for the sake of 1 metre of pipe. Just might as well leave it as it is and just connect it to the pump. If I was going to have the pump outside the water and have it dry, then I'd have done it properly with solid pipes. But no, I'm happy with it. It's pretty easy to fit. It sits in the middle. I haven't got the fish moving around the air stone like they used to. And we'll soon see if it collects any of the muck off the bottom, because that is the main problem. That pump on its own just sat in the middle of the pond. There was just muck sat all the way around it and it wasn't really picking it up. So fingers crossed this does the job. As I said, the pump's only at 40%. I've turned it up to 50% just to try and help it. And we'll see how we go, see if it picks up all the waste and see if it's any better really. Hopefully with the muck going through the actual pump rather than me scooping it out should help the filter bacteria as well. On that note, nitrites are still the same, feeding, what is it, 30 grams a day, which is nothing, and it's just keeping the nitrites just under the level that I'm happy with, which is like 0.2 or something like that. I've had quite a few comments and listening to Ricky's koi talk the other night. He's saying I should persevere with the nitrites, keep going on with the food, and just keep an eye on the fish. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep trickling in the food, add a little bit more day by day, let the nitrites go up, but keep an eye on the fish at the same time. Keeping the pH at around 8.5, 8.4, 8.5. Just to sort of lessen the toxicity of the nitrite really. And I'm going to add some salt as well to 0.3 and see if that's any better, because I really need to get these filters up and running, and I think because I'm too afraid to let the levels of nitrite go over it, it's really not doing the trick. I've got to sort of go for it really. It's still a fairly new pond, so I'm not expecting miracles, but we should be able to feed more than 30 grams with the amount of fish I've got and the filtration that I've got. So yeah, couldn't really show you the bottom drain going in because I was filming on my own. It's not easy. But basically what you see now on the floor, I just connected to the pump in the pond and just lowered it down and then just connected the air pipe. Fairly simple, to be honest with you. So folks, we're going to have a look in the filter house. Another little modification that I've done to the Easy Pod. I'm sick of coming home and finding the media. Well, it's not sick of it, but twice it's happened. And when it does happen, it's an absolute nightmare. Clogs up the pump, goes all over the floor, and it's just really is a nightmare. I shouldn't have done this in the beginning because it was bound to happen. There's the pod now, and I've bought some nice covers. Got them off eBay, 30 quid. Cable tied them down, and that stops them moving. They're on solid now. So the water will still overflow if I ever get any problems, but the main thing is that the media will stay in there. Happy about that. That time I did that one, to be fair. I didn't think I'd make the mistake again, but clearly I am human. So there we have it. Everything is all working well. Media's all bubbling away. Got no issues with that at all. Like I said, got the covers on there. They're all working well. The media on here, like I said, haven't really noticed the difference, but that's probably because I'm not feeding enough. But hopefully as I up the feed a little bit, things will change and we'll start seeing some results from that. What else from in here? Nothing else really. I think that is it in here. As you can see, turn the pump up to 50%, was on 40. Just try and help that retrofit bottom drain and see how we go. But that's it folks, very much a beginner pond. As I say, I've not been doing this long, and this is what I've done. This is my sort of first pond. Whether it's my forever pond, I don't know, but the reason I do the videos is so people can learn from it. You've got some newcomers who were at my stage a year ago, and very much like me watching James the Koi Whisperer or Lee Hadfield the Koi Soldier, you know, various other people on YouTube who've helped me along the way, and this is about giving something back. Hopefully people can learn from what I've done, the mistakes I've made, or even if they want to emulate stuff that I've done, if they think it works well, you know, that's what the videos are for. So I appreciate everyone watching, helping the channel grow. And yeah, I don't do it for money because I don't get paid much. Don't get paid anything at the moment from this one. I get paid off my carp fishing channel, but it's only pennies, and I don't really do it for the money. I do it because I enjoy doing it and I enjoy sharing the experience with everybody. And I really appreciate you watching. So yeah, that's it from the filter house. I've put some rubber mats down on the floor, a little bit tidier. That's it. We're going to have a look at the fish. Still got to get a door done. I'm going to buy a gate basically. Put a gate on there. Stop the cats going in there. The cats keep going in and shitting in there, so it's not nice. So here's the fish. They're all doing really well at the moment. Putting on some size. Got this Shiro here, it's putting on massive amount of size. It was only 15 cm last year when I bought it. It's probably 23, 24 now. I haven't measured it, but something like that. There's my Isa shower. Completely changed, even in a few months. Bought it and it was really sort of dark, lots of sumi on there, but it's lightened up a lot. Massive changes, and it's putting on a little bit of size. Not great size, but then again I'm not feeding a lot. Yeah, we got Kajaku, Kashi we call him. Really lovely fish from Queni Koi. And the Matsuba, another lovely fish from Queni Koi. They're two of my favourites. Got this shower here, had that a while. It's probably not the best shower in the world, but we'll see how we go with that one. On that note, fish that I'm moving on, blue one as you can see swimming away there. Again, like I said in the last video, I'm going to move him on. You know, fine for somebody who's starting with a pond if they're interested. Let me know. I'm not asking anything for it. Just come and collect them from in the West Midlands area. I'm also getting rid of the Ginrin Sankey here. Again, not asking anything for it. If you want the two fish, come and collect them off me. Send me a message. You know, there's nothing wrong with the fish really. I'm moving up a little bit in the koi hobby, and I want to collect some nice Japanese koi, and they're just not fitting with the pond at the moment. So, but you know, they're ideal for somebody who's just starting out. Both of them are over 40 cm, so decent sized fish. I'm potentially going to get rid of Dot as well, because I did want a nice tancho. You know, she's a nice fish. She's got a couple of scales missing when she fell out the pond that time, and I had to treat her last time because one or two problems with lifted scales and things like that. But other than that, she's a healthy fish. She's just not a good quality tancho. So yeah, if you're interested in her as well, let me know. Get in touch. She's not quite 40 centimetres. I think she's going to be around about 35, something like that. Around 32, 35. What else we got? The Kajaku. He's putting on a bit of size. The Kikasui, really nice fish again from Queni Koi. Doing well. We got the Gashiki there, only a baby last year, and decent, putting on a little bit of size. So yeah, anybody knows what this orange and black fish is, let me know, because I have no idea. Is it part of like the Yasui line? I don't know. I've not seen one before. But it's a nice fish and I'm keeping it. It's a little bit different from what you see normally. So yeah. So the other thing as well is I'm feeding them by hand, which is good. I mean, they don't always come up, but a lot of the times they're starving and they're eating out of my hand. So they're getting a little bit confident. I'll try and feed them now, show you what they look like when I'm feeding. They might not come up now, I've disturbed them after doing the bottom drain, but we'll see how we go. Folks, let's see if the fish are hungry. It's been a few hours now since the drain went in. Let's see how they go. It's always Matsuba is always the first one up, and the Kajaku. Seem a bit wary since I put the drain in. So there we go, they've all been fed. Not as confident as they were this morning with the drain being fitted, so but yeah, they're still hungry as hell, and they all seem to be doing well, thankfully. I'm resisting the temptation to test the water. I'm just going to keep an eye on the fish and let them tell me if there's any problems. So yeah, so they've had 2 feeds today, they've had 30 grams already, and then before work tonight I'll give them another 15 grams. So we've upped the feed to 45 grams, and then I'll just keep an eye on the nitrites and see where we're at. And then next week, I'll give it a week or so. Next week I'll come back and update you with how we are with the nitrites. Are we catching up with the filter? Is it any different? And just to update you on how the retrofit bottom drain is going. Is it picking up the muck? Is it doing any better? And that's it. So really a short video just to let you know. A couple of little updates, a couple of little improvements. And yeah, things are okay at the moment. Like I said, it'd be nice to be able to feed more, but as I said, I've got to just go at it with this feed, I think, and build up this bacteria. So yeah. Don't forget, folks, if you're interested in those 2 fish, give me a shout. I'll happily let them go. Don't really want anything for them. Not sure about Dot yet, like I said. Potentially going to let her go. Whether I have anything for her, I don't know. She's not really worth a lot, but I think I paid about 60 quid for her last year, something like that. We'll see. If you're interested, drop me a message, and as long as you can come and pick them up, and then I'll let them go, especially the first 2, that blue one and the Guinea and Sankey. They're definitely going 100%. So if you're interested, drop me a message, and as long as you can come and pick them up, I'll let them go. I don't want anything for them. Yeah, not sure if I'll move any more on yet, but the plan is I would like a nice jag. Once them 2 have gone, get myself a nice jag. The other thing is, well, I have got in there Hayatsuri. It's only a toe size, very very small. It was about 15 cm. However, doesn't seem to be growing at all. It's always, first up feeding, so I've got no issues with it feeding, but doesn't seem to be putting on any size since last year. So I may move that on and get myself a decent Hayatsuri. So that's why I'm after, a Chag and a Hayatsuri, but we'll see. I want to see how the water goes after removing 2 fish. Is it better or is it worse? So there you go, folks, just a little update. Appreciate you watching. Don't forget, if you haven't already, click on subscribe, like the video, and hit that notification bell. That'll let you know when I put out any future videos. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.